9th January 2017. That is the day MrBeast uploaded his first video I watched of his. What's the video, you ask? It's this. In this video he counts to 100,000. Let's watch it, shall we?
I'm about to get... Screw it. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
6.
This is it.
8.
The
9,
pinnacle of content.
11, 12, 13.
There is something inherently human about this video. A video made by one man doing something which no one else would want to do. The other videos during this time showed his unique personality and his unique sense of humor. These videos include counting to 200,000 and reading the longest words. MrBeast doesn't make these inherently weird videos anymore. Now he's the biggest YouTuber on the platform. Some people may see this as good. A quirky kid makes it big. The classic rags to riches story. I am not most people. I see this need to expand as a plague ruining society. This need to become corporate and prioritize profit is killing us. And I wish I could be exaggerating. Is it just me who thinks he's lost something when he switched his content to appeal to a wider audience? Is it just me who prefers the old MrBeast? The MrBeast who doesn't sell products to his impressionable fans? The MrBeast who made weirder videos? The MrBeast who doesn't lie with his progress bars? Anyone else prefer MrBeast before he became corporate? I think I need to explain myself. Things can be corporate without feeling corporate. When I use the term corporate, I use it in a more emotional way than logical. YouTube was always corporate. When I say YouTube, the company, became more corporate, I'm referring to how I didn't always feel corporate. Naturally, one would ask how to feel corporate. The answer is simple. Prioritize profits. Defining corporate this way puts things into perspective. Charities do not feel corporate, although being a corporation. Charities aren't here trying to extract every penny out of you. A lot of people dislike big corporations. I see the need to dislike big corporations as warranted. All the biggest brands, including MrBeast, prioritize profits over people. And it seems like that's the only way to become a big brand. This obsession with profit leads to chocolate companies making use of slave labor. This obsession with profit leads to companies like Shein and Adidas making use of child labor. This leads to MrBeast putting people in less than ideal conditions for profit. So yes, I do dislike big corporations. These examples are only the tip of the iceberg. In all these cases, and more, they will always prioritize profits over people, investors over consumers, money over the environment, and more recently, AI over humans. They say there's no such thing as an ethical billionaire. I fear they may be right. Many people like MrBeast. Why wouldn't they? He gives people money, he helps the environment, he cures the blind. But I would argue that many people don't like him, they like his money. For many people, MrBeast is the escape. I can't find a clear example of this in the Beast games. The people in his game show are all desperate, not seeing this game show as a fun thing to do, but wagering their future and quitting their job for it. These people don't see MrBeast as a person, but as the guy who will save them. From my perspective, the Beast games has more in common to gambling than an actual game show. You would think a game show would require skill. Most people in the game got eliminated without them doing a single thing wrong. People quit their jobs to be in this game. All their sacrifice just to be knocked out in the first round due to random chance. I can laugh at this. They deserve it, right? But with the right amount of money, you can make anyone do anything. I don't see MrBeast as evil. It's a bit more complex than that. He is a product of a society. A society that is obsessed with money and attention. A society that's obsessed with constant validation. Is it that surprising? Is it a coincidence that the biggest YouTuber of our time reflects our desires the most? I don't like MrBeast for very selfish reasons. I fear he ruined YouTube. But I also understand he's a product of our hyper-focused money-making society we live in. If MrBeast didn't do it, someone else would have. So in a sense, I'm glad it was MrBeast. I mean, someone worse could have been it. As the years went on, I noticed YouTubers get more corporate, Prime, MrBeast bars, things we didn't ask for and don't really need, but got it anyway. Kinda sounds like the rhetoric around AI if you think about it. We didn't ask for this, but the marketing will make you believe you need it. I'm not immune to such marketing. I bought Prime. It is average. And according to trusted YouTubers, not even that healthy.
And for anyone new to this, BCAAs are just 3 parts of all 9 essential amino acids. It is the single worst supplement in fitness industry history.
It's 11 times better tasting than Gatorade.
But 11 times better tasting according to the subjective opinion of the guy selling it.
Science.
The marketing around MrBeast bars suggests they are tackling obesity by making a healthy alternative. In reality, they aren't doing this. They are making it worse by incentivizing more people to go to the chocolate aisle. At its height, people were buying MrBeast bars to get featured into one of his videos, not because they were healthier. Some sources even suggest that the placement of the golden tickets were rigged. I'm not going to get into that. We can actually track the corporatization of creators and even the world in real time by looking at the top YouTubers throughout the years. It went from creators like PewDiePie, a channel primarily run by one man, to T-Series, which is a company, to MrBeast, a whole genre. Hearing a case where the corporations try to screw over the consumers isn't uncommon. Increasing subscription prices and adding subscription tiers is common practice nowadays. The biggest YouTubers are brands, videos made by a team of people, and these corporations will try and exploit you. Videos on YouTube now don't contain the advertisement. Videos are the advertisement. Hearing a case where YouTubers go bad or corporate isn't uncommon. It feels normalized now. YouTube is not the only company that tries and exploits you, but by seeing the evolution of the company and its top creators, we can make a pretty accurate guess of what the world around it will be like. Instead of it being YouTubers trying to get every second of your attention, it's companies trying to exploit every penny out of you. If a company has a bad year, the problem is usually put on the consumer. We saw this during COVID, where prices increased everywhere due to supply chain issues. But this doesn't work the other way around. When a company does better than expected, the price usually stays the same. Heck, it may even go up. We bear the cost, but reap no benefit. Netflix made a record in profit these last few years. They still increase their prices. We are frogs being boiled alive. Companies are smart enough not to make everything AI right away. We are slowly building a tolerance to such technologies through advertising and finger pointing until we are dead. Things that I once hated has become somewhat normalized now. I find myself watching more content with AI in it now more than before. I find myself more tolerant on YouTubers taking sketchy ads. Whether that be because AI is more prevalent now, or if I'm building a tolerance to such things is unknown to me. This is not just a YouTube issue. We see companies like Disney using already existing IPs all the time. We see remakes and live action stuff are more common now than before. They bank on the name making money, not the quality of the movie. As companies grow, they become more profit focused, losing sight of what made them so successful to begin with. I used to play Rainbow Six Siege a lot. For those of you who don't know, Rainbow Six is a 5v5 first-person shooter. Whenever a new season came out, I always saw the changes they made as unnecessary. Removing frags and ACOGs, making Zofia not self-revive. These changes were a common sight, probably the main reason I stopped playing. The reason these changes were made was to make high-level Siege more competitive. In reality, they isolated their player base and made the game less fun to the average player. This taught me one thing: appealing to the top 1% while disregarding the other 99% doesn't end well. This rhetoric sounds familiar, doesn't it? We can see a similar situation where companies want to please their investors while leaving the average person with nothing. Minecraft has become corporate. That is not a controversial opinion. The game went from being made by one person to being owned by a profit-seeking corporation. This, I believe, benefited the game, but nothing else. The issue I find with the corporatization of Minecraft is that we get a very generic Minecraft movie and merch cash grabs. I am not immune to such corporatization tactics. I went to see the movie. It is as bad as people say. While I was watching the Minecraft movie, a constant thought kept across my mind. The movie would look better animated. I dislike big corporations. They ruined the Minecraft movie. 2025 was a good year for games. The best game I played in 2025 was a game called Expedition 33. This was the studio's first game. Because of this need to appeal to gamers and not investors, they made their best written game in recent memory, making it cheaper than all the other similar scope games on the market. The same year we got Silksong and The Alters. All these games were made by small teams over years. Silksong, the most anticipated game of the last 5 years, is a game that costs $20. For the scope of this game, you'd expect the price tag to be at least $40. Expedition 33 has a price tag of $40, when nowadays it's more common for games of this scope to have a tag of $70 on them. These are games made by the people, for the people. But due to gaming being a relatively new medium, I believe the decline of these games to be inevitable. We can see games being corporatized like everything else in society. FIFA, or should I say EAFC, is a AAA game made by EA Sports every year. I bought FIFA since 2019, as you can probably tell. I'm convinced the game got worse year on year, yet I still bought it. I bought it this year as well. Companies like these have no incentives to innovate. Why would they if people like me will buy it every year? This phenomenon is not just contained to FIFA. COD, NBA, Battlefield. All these games and companies suffer the same issue. Just like how the corporatization of YouTube made most YouTube videos feel the same, corporatization of movies made most movies feel the same, the corporatization of games made most games feel the same. But there is a silver lining. No matter how hard companies like to rinse us out of our money, we would always like well-made things, and usually give the attention they deserve. Not all corporations are bad, but when big enough, they turn bad. Nintendo is not the company it used to be. They became corporate, listening to investors, not us. This corporatization made them shut down unofficial tournaments, and even made the welcome tour cost money. Whenever I go to McDonald's, I get asked to tip for charity. Instead of the company donating our money to charity, the burden usually falls on the consumer.
Had to order. Oh, yeah. We ain't helping the charity. Get that. There we go.
I think you're starting to see the pattern. The burden always falls on the consumer. Some companies in the previous decade wanted to be carbon neutral by 2030. Most of these companies silently fell back on these plans. Even more so now with AI being plastered everywhere. Companies will always tell you how the new AI technology can help the world. But this is one-sided. We don't see where they get the training data from and how much data centers pollute the environment. It was never about doing good, but seeming good. Kind of sounds like the influencers and politicians of the world today. With seemingly no end to these expanding corporations, something must give way. It's either them or us. And it's always been us. Not all corporations are bad, but we need to distinguish between good corporations from bad ones. It's weird to think the internet has a mascot, but I believe it has one. The closest thing to a mascot in the internet today is Hatsune Miku. She is a robot singer, weirdly fitting. She was created by a company in 2008, but she isn't AI. Users can fine-tune her lyrics and melodies. I like Hatsune Miku songs, but now she has become corporate. At least the songs on her main channel has. The songs used to be edgy and weird. Now it's not. While becoming advertiser friendly did make the corporation more money, allowing collaborations in Fortnite and other industries. She also sounds like every other J-pop artist. Naturally, her songs shifted away from this edgy nature. This phenomenon is not only contained to Miku. The corporatization of the internet made most websites look the same. The corporatization of music made most music sound the same. The cycle continues. But luckily, anyone can use Miku and the other voice banks. Some of the most popular Miku songs, and other voice bank songs, are on other people's channels. These songs are usually weird and cryptic, and dosed with hidden meaning. I find these songs surprisingly enjoyable. Does this story sound familiar? A small company, artist, YouTuber makes it big. They prioritize profits, money, views. They become like every other company, artist, YouTuber. They abandon their audience for a bigger bag. There are plenty of MrBeast copycats out there. Even well-known YouTubers move to this style of content. I don't use AI to write my scripts, but certain YouTubers do, prioritizing profits over originality, prioritizing slop over substance, trying to game the system for monetary gain. Gladly, people like what I do. Gladly, people dislike Gen AI. No matter how many times corporations try to make you believe it, there are some things that AI can't replace, and people like me will still keep on creating. Look back what happened to YouTube. When people wanted to prioritize profit and attention, this prioritization made everything feel the same. Look what happened to Minecraft. The need to play it safe made one of the most generic movies I've ever seen. Look what happened to FIFA, Call of Duty, NBA, and other yearly release titles. They don't even try to hide it. Did you know corporations and private equity are buying YouTubers now? These buyers will inevitably make these YouTubers' content worse. Not only will these channels after the buyout will have more bias in them and be less personal, these corporations want a return on their investment. This incentivizes low-effort content. It's one thing to see corporations and big YouTubers converge to the same point. It's a whole other seeing that happen to the average person. Did you know that the more people that use AI, the more people sound like it? AI is really bad at divergent thinking. When people use AI, studies show that neural connections aren't being formed as much. AI-assisted works are very similar to each other. History repeats itself. This inevitably will strip everyone from their individuality. This will make everyone have the same thoughts. This will make everyone like everyone else. I always found it interesting to see that when a medium evolves, there will always be some people who will stick to the traditional way of doing things. Shovel Knight attempted to recreate the look of older consoles without any of the constraints they had. Shovel Knight is very successful. People still like playing old Minecraft, even though the new one has way cooler features. People still like to draw by hand when digital art is everywhere. 8-bit music was created due to the constraints older consoles had. Some people like the sound of 8-bit music and actively try to recreate it. Vinyls and dumb phones seem to be making a comeback. I'm not sure whether this trend is run by nostalgia or novelty. We can clearly see there'll be some people who won't use AI, even when it is everywhere. Not all corporations are bad, but when left unchecked, good corporations, artists, even YouTubers can turn bad. This past decade or so, the life of the average person has got significantly worse. The seemingly only escape from the misery of the average is to become an entrepreneur. Even saying that word fills my mouth with disgust. The constant need of expansion is tearing the environment and even society apart, stripping everyone from their originality, making everything like everything else, making everything feel the same. I blame big corporations for this lifestyle decrease. Did you know billionaire wealth has doubled since COVID? It's hard to accept that the price increases were only there to line the pockets of the elite few. Did you know 3 people own more wealth than the bottom 50% of people in America? Billionaires should not exist. The reason I say that is not because I think most billionaires are evil or inherently bad, but I believe it's impossible for them to meaningfully circulate that money. Let's be honest, it would be hard enough for them to spend the interest on that money alone, let alone the money itself. This nature to hoard money makes their wealth exponentially increase. Fun fact, capitalism only works if money is circulated. This money-focused society created MrBeast. This money-focused society means corporations will cut corners to make more money, even if that means polluting the air and making the rivers more toxic. This money-focused society will make everything worse. From this video, you may think that I hate MrBeast. I don't. I really like him. He seems to be the only billionaire to actually circulate his money. The issue is, I think we need more of him. I have a fear that one day this may happen to me. I'll go against everything in this video and become corporate. This may happen in the near future. This may not. I don't know. And that's scary. I don't blame YouTubers for selling out, if that's the right term for it. It seems like YouTube is an unstable source of income. I don't blame these YouTubers for taking these sponsorships and these sketchy deals. I blame YouTube the company for making everything worse. I hate how YouTube incentivizes AI stuff on their platform and promotes AI content. If one day I do become corporate, please don't blame me. Blame the world for making me like this. I don't consider myself religious, but there's a misunderstanding in the Bible. It is often quoted that money is the root of all evil. That isn't the actual quote. The actual quote is, "The love of money is the root of all kinds of evil." Maybe the same system that is polluting our rivers are also polluting our minds. Maybe the game was rigged from the start.